How to shut down or power off Ubuntu Linux from the command line terminal. The first thing you need to do is log into your Ubuntu Linux computer or server. For this video guide, I'm going to be using an Ubuntu Linux server hosted by Linode, which I'm currently logged into using an SSH client. As you can see, I have the command line terminal open. There are two different commands that you can use to turn off your Ubuntu Linux system. The first command is the shutdown command. Simply type the two words shutdown all together, space, now. Once you've typed the command shutdown space now, hit enter on your keyboard to execute the command. This will then immediately shut down your server or computer. I'm not going to execute this command, guys, as I want to show you the alternative command. The second command is the power off command. Simply type the two words power off all together. Once you've typed that in, guys, hit enter on your keyboard to execute this command. This command will also shut down your Ubuntu Linux server or computer immediately. If you're also doing this on an Ubuntu Linux server like myself, type any key in your SSH client after executing this command to see if you're still connected via SSH to your Linux Ubuntu server. And as you can see, guys, the SSH client that I'm using is called PuTTY, and we've got a fatal error. The error is network error, software caused connection abort. Our SSH client has been disconnected from our Ubuntu Linux server, so all I'm going to do here is click the X and close out of the PuTTY terminal. To double check if my Ubuntu Linux server is shut down, I'm just going to open up my browser to be taken to my server host provider's dashboard, which in my case is Linode. As you can see, I only have a single Linode server called test server. The status is currently running, however, that isn't correct. If I simply navigate to the top left-hand corner and click the refresh button to refresh the page, you can see that the status now for my test server is offline. Now, if your server is still online after refreshing your Ubuntu Linux server's dashboard, your server may in fact have a shutdown watchdog, which automatically reboots your server. Now, not all server host providers have this feature. Mine does, and I'm going to be showing you how you can disable this. To do this, click on the name of your server, in my case it's test server, and then click settings. Scroll all the way down until you see where it says Shutdown Watchdog. Now for me, I'm on Linode, yours might be in a different location, and as you can see, I have disabled this before the start of this video. If the server Shutdown Watchdog is enabled, then despite turning off your server, it will automatically be rebooted. Let's see what Linode says about the Shutdown Watchdog. Shutdown Watchdog, also known as Lassie, is a Linode manager feature capable of automatically rebooting your Linode if it powers off unexpectedly. Lassie is not technically an availability monitoring tool, but it can help get your Linode back online fast if it's accidentally powered off. Anyway, guys, just remember to disable any shutdown watchdog if you would like to shut down your Ubuntu Linux server from the command line terminal. I'm now going to go back to my server dashboard by clicking on Linodes to go back to my servers list. Now, to power back on your Ubuntu Linux server, you can simply hover over your server that you turned off and either click on it or look for the three horizontal dots, which in my case is right here, guys. I'm simply going to click on it and I'm going to click on power on. For my Linode server host provider, I'm greeted with this small window which says power on Linode and then my server name. Are you sure you want to power on Linode? You have the option to cancel or power on Linode. I'm going to click on power on Linode. And as you can see, the status of our server is now booting and it's currently at 0%. I'm going to quickly let that reach 100% until our server status says running. And there we go, guys. Our server status is now running. And now, just to show you that our server is indeed running, I'm going to SSH into it. So I'm just going to copy the IP address of my server. I'm going to minimize my browser. I'm going to open up my SSH client, which in my case is PuTTY. I'm going to paste in the host name and then I'm going to click on open. Once done, your command line terminal will open where you'll need to log in as. I'm just going to maximize this window and I'm going to type in my username, which is root, and then I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to right click to paste in my password and then hit enter. And as you can see, guys, we have successfully logged in to our Ubuntu Linux server. And that pretty much concludes the video, guys, on how to shut down or power off your Ubuntu Linux server from the command line terminal. If you would like to use Linode as your server host provider to practice Ubuntu Linux commands, then you can use my referral link, which will be in the video description and in this URL address above. So I'm just going to paste it in here. There it is, guys. This is my referral link to Linode. This referral link will give you $100 in free cloud credits to test out Linode servers free for 60 days. Remember, guys, I'll have this link in the video description below for your convenience. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, comment down below, and most importantly of all, subscribe to support the channel. I'll see you on the next video.
Why is it so hard to